Hello, this is Ron McCracken again. I'm making this video on early morning, March 23rd. Um, Talking one of those a little bit after 4 a.m. videos, but I've been wanting to make this for a while now, really, especially the last week. And just so uh, uh, production note and a message to YouTube monitors and YouTube censors. This is an anti-suicide video. Okay, this is an anti-suicide video, so please don't flag it. Please don't ban it. Please don't send me a message asking me if I'm okay, because I am. Okay. Anyway, just had to clear that off. And that maybe that clears the way to talk about the stigma around mental health conditions and addiction, and also as well as stigma around suicide. And I think one way that these are sometimes the stigma around mental health and suicides can be connected is because, people are afraid to come forward, or if not afraid, maybe just embarrassed, or maybe they're just too hard on themselves, and they just don't tell anyone. Sometimes including their own therapist, but especially friends and family. I think a lot of times people are reluctant to come forward and ask for help, no matter how badly they need it. And the reason one of many reasons, but I'm more motivated to make this. A friend of mine named Ryan passed on Friday, March 13th. And I saw him at my job that evening, and he basically I work at a dog park, and meet a lot of the members that come there with their dogs, and become friends with them over time. And Ryan was one of these people who we just became friends right off the bat. We had a memorial. We had a memorial for him at the dog park on Saturday, which was the perfect spot for that, since we all got to know Ryan when he was bringing his dog Allie there. And this happens so often with suicide. When I talked to Ryan Friday evening, he'd been there for probably a couple of hours or so, and he was leaving to go do other things that night. And later on that night, he departed this world for the next. And, well, it's an understatement to say that I was shocked. We're all shocked. But he was not the first friend of mine. Certainly, there's been a few just in the last few years who have died by suicide. One commonality with all of them is that my last conversations with them, and Ryan was one of those. More than likely, I was one of the very last people to have a conversation with him. And the same goes for a friend of mine named Bucks, who died about 2.5 years ago. I think it was when Bucks died. My friend Heather, almost exactly 7 years before Ryan. final conversations with them, in some cases with Heather and also with Ryan, just hours before they departed this world. They seemed like their normal selves. Ryan seemed like normal, funny guy. He had a real, that kind of, I guess, dry Aussie wit about him. Normal, funny, happy Ryan. And that same kind of thing with my friend Heather, my friend Bucks. This is so obviously they're, concealing whatever they're going through. It's not a cliche to say that we never know, that we, be kind to people, because we there's a good chance we just don't know what they're going through. This is totally spontaneous, by the way. I'm trying to just gather my thoughts about this. This is why it's so important to keep doing the mental health advocacy that I'm doing. Sunday afternoon, we had our recovery workshops that I speak at every couple of months. I did the section that I often do. I did part 2, recovery, treatment, and support. And we talk about these things, and I brought this up and talked about Ryan, of course, and just how important it is to get the mental health message out there, to end the stigma, and to encourage people to come forward and ask for help. If nothing else, anyone watching this, if nothing else, if you're struggling or someone close to you is struggling, 988 988 is the emergency mental health number, and they have trained counselors, resources that they can give you, specific to your area of the country that you live in. We have to keep working at it and remove this stigma, because I'm convinced, my own experiences, because there were several years, probably many years, that I was often in a suicidal mindset. So having been so close to that myself, didn't follow through on it. Fortunately for myself, I didn't follow through on that, but having been so close to that so many times, maybe that gives me a special insight to it. I don't know if special insight is the right term, but one of the things about that too, when I was told about this, someone used a very just crass and offensive term for what happened, and the proper term is died by suicide. I'm glad that more and more, pretty much all news outlets now use that term. That's important, because it's those kind of things that keep the stigma, keep people from, bottom line is it keeps people from seeking help. And that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Everyone in our recovery workshop, we're doing the same thing. We all have that same goal, is to make it where it's just a common thing. Anyone who knows me, if you know me probably more than 10 minutes, you know that I see a therapist almost every week. I freely share that, and that's very intentional that I freely share that with people, because I want to normalize that it's not any different than going to the dentist. Of course, you probably don't go to the dentist every week or every 2 weeks, but point being, if you have a chronic health condition, you are going to be going to the doctor on a regular basis if you have a chronic health condition, and that's what mental health conditions are. They're chronic health conditions. My diagnoses: chronic PTSD, anxiety disorder, depression, and ADD. And my chronic PTSD was a result of the Boston Marathon bombing, being caught up in the aftermath of that, with the rescue convoy going past and everything else. I detailed that in a lot more detail in other videos. but that all the other things I'd been dealing with since childhood, that made my PTSD, the way my therapist put it, made it more complicated to maneuver through, deal with. But the bottom line is, by doing the advocacy and just spreading awareness, letting people know, I'm going to put anyone watching this, if you're not comfortable calling 988 or reaching out to friends, contact me. I have resources I can give you. I don't have answers. I don't know if anyone has actual answers, but I'll leave my email and phone number in the description. But we have to fight the good fight. And today, Sunday afternoon, we had a gathering of like-minded people. I'd like to say we're small but mighty. There were probably a dozen people total at the presentation, but it's all part of the movement. It's a very powerful thing, and we have to keep that going. And just to destigmatize reaching out for help, because that's something that did prevent me. The stigma around it prevented me from getting help for a long time. But I just want to share one more thing before I sign off here, because I'm running out of space on the video. But something that I wish I could share with Ryan, that he probably somehow or other he knows I'm saying this. I said this at his memorial that we had on Saturday, and it's something I'll say to anyone struggling. I share this a lot. I wish I could show you, when you're lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. I'll repeat that one more time. I wish I could show you, when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being. And just remember, we are luminous beings, as Jedi Master Yoda said. And we have to be mindful. Our souls glow, and we have to be mindful that we do have purpose in this world, and we all have our own special values that we bring to the universe, that we bring to this world, that we bring to the universe. And that's about it. I just wanted to share those thoughts, and just to pay a final tribute to Ryan with that. We all miss him. And this is just a reminder that we have to keep fighting the good fight. All right, y'all take care. Reach out for help if you need it. Thank you.